So Victoria is the third journalist murdered in the EU this year. I mean, yes, they're investigating her death, but some people are making that link. Is this a trend that we are seeing in the EU? How worried are you?
Yes, there is a trend which is now really being confirmed. We had Daphne in Malta, we had the Jan in Slovakia, we even have Kim Wall in Denmark, and now Victoria. And if you across those cases, all these are investigative journalists who are being targeted for their work. So unfortunately, we are witnessing an assault on investigative journalism, and we are also seeing governments dragging their feet when it comes to investigating these crimes.
I think, well, just to bring up Kim Wall, I think that was, we can say, different circumstances, but indeed Slovakia, Bulgaria, and Malta, we are seeing that. Roberta, what kind of conversation is happening on a political level?
Well, it's obviously growing in terms of concern. And this week is when we are refocusing on the issue, not only because of the murder in Bulgaria of the journalist, but also because it's 1 year since Daphne was assassinated next Tuesday. And in fact, today, I would like to shout out the so-called Daphne Project, whereby journalists wanted to send a message that if you kill the messenger, the message is not killed. And us as politicians, I think we have a responsibility to make sure that we put into place legislation, but also make sure that we do not fuel hatred towards those who have a duty to criticize us. And unfortunately, I come from a country where it's almost normal to actually attack journalists for doing one thing, after all, trying to seek the truth and doing everything to make sure that that truth comes out. What happened last year and this past year in Europe has shown us that that job is no longer secure. We have failed these persons whose job it is to society is to out with the truth, and that is where we have failed.
All right, so you're saying that in Malta you do confirm that there is an environment where journalists do feel threatened, well, and are threatened.
Well, if you ask journalists in Malta, they will tell you that they are not able to do the job they do unless they actually praise the politicians, right? Mm-hmm. The minute you start to investigate, I mean, we have seen a memorial, a makeshift memorial that has been built up for Daphne opposite the law courts. Over 20 times, government workers have been sent to remove it. Mm-hmm. At night, in hiding, and we have had to go to the street, and we will go to the street again on Sunday coming, to actually ask for our society, for Malta, that has always, let's say, prized its journalists, but today we don't anymore.
I mean, James